call him, Sierra? Pocket something?
He's my pocket Negro.
His her pocket Negro.
Oh,
And we just love him. We just
I
love.
like that.
Well, I don't know. He's
He's
we
my little
love
pocket
him.
black man. I can put him in my pocket
We love
and take
him,
him away with me.
and it is Jacob Palmer.
He's a Pokemon.
Yay! Are you a Pokemon? I bet you Pokemon sometime, huh?
I am a Pokemon.
So
Hey
wait a minute.
girls, how's it going?
It's great,
It's
you
good
know.
to see y'all. I'm so excited to be here again.
Yeah.
So thank you for reaching out to me the way that you did.
Right?
Toxie probably
She-
reached out very up
She
close and
did.
personal. She
Did
usually
she
sucks
send you
face
boobs?
with everybody. Did she suck face with you?
She did not, but we had a moment.
Moment. Okay, we can move down. Here we go. Okay. Oh, because you want us all in the picture at
Yes.
one time.
And I'm
Oh,
using the headphones because I like hearing my own voice.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
you
is
love, You
awesome.
love yourself.
That is Jacob, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
is Jacob. So, we haven't had a plush in a few months, have we?
We haven't. And I actually, well, Katie and I planned it this way because we knew that we would be out of town going to Cocoa Beach.
Oh, for the bash, some of the bashes, yeah.
So we did that, and that was amazing. We hosted an event out there.
Is it as awesome as it looks, Cocoa
Yeah.
Beach?
But you're on the beach, and when I say you're on the beach, you're on the beach.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's got to be awesome when
Yeah.
we're with Jacob and he's buying drinks at the bar. Of course, it's awesome.
But it was a lot of fun. Amy and Max, they put on a really good show.
That's
So,
great.
yeah.
That's great. So, are you hosting something at Well Rounded this year, or?
We're not doing something during Well Rounded. We're doing the pre-party,
Awesome.
which is July 13th.
Are you going to do a last-minute post party again?
You know, so the funny thing about the post parties, we don't plan those. People come to us and say, "Hey, are you gonna do this post party?" So if there's enough participation, if there's enough,
And then you gotta hustle around and find the location.
No,
No, you
we're-
already have it worked
we're
out.
gonna do it at Gold Diggers.
Okay, Gold Diggers is fun.
It is fun.
It's a good location.
And Sundays are good for us because the place is empty except for
Right.
us.
Oh, they want us there because
They- trust
we're
me.
drinkers.
Yes, they want us there. And
Although after
As long as
usually
people
at the-
aren't throwing their panties off the balcony at Gold Diggers.
That
That
I
was
think
the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
that was Eliza, wasn't it?
I
They
was
did that?
right
Yeah,
there.
that was
Funny-
Eliza.
I was-
funny thing about that. They Dan, the manager, came to me and said, "Hey, I love when you guys come, but can you tell the girls to keep their clothes on?"
She flung those suckers right down, and people out on Fremont are stopped and they're looking, and they're like, "Did panties really just fly?"
They're laying
from
on the
sky?"
ground. and
Yes.
No one would pick up the panties.
No one would pick them up. What would you
Well,
have
if they would have picked me up, it would have been like, whoa!
And then people started screaming, "They're porn panties! They're porn panties!" And so one guy got really close, like he took a good look, he kind of bent down a little. Then he's like, "I don't know, I think they're tricking me," and he kept going. But
I don't
there was
care
a little
what kind of
interest.
panties, unless they come with a signed, sealed, and delivered certificate of authenticity that these once belonged to Vin fucking Diesel. I'm not picking up any goddamn panties
Panties.
off the floor.
And it's just Vin Diesel.
I gotta say,
Yeah, pretty much.
the last 2 times that I went to Plush at Gold Digger, I was very intoxicated.
Did you see the photos? I have a picture of you.
What is it? Which one? There's several I have
Yeah,
seen.
It looks like you're like going down on some guy, but you're really not. But that's kind of what it looks
Sure,
like.
that's what she wants you to think.
Yeah, exactly,
I may
exactly.
have turned it into a meme. I don't know.
Yeah, you did. You did. Then there's one of, in fact, I just seen it today on Twitter of me sucking Eliza's titty, and we're both going like we're all drunk. Well, something about Gold Diggers just makes you want to be intoxicated. Last time I went out to the valet, and I couldn't stand up, and I'm waiting for my friend to get the car, and I lean on a car like this, okay, and the valet like, "Ma'am, you can't do that." I said, "Look, honey, I am extremely intoxicated, and you have no benches out here for my fat ass to sit on. And if I stand up, you're going to be picking my fat ass off this ground. Do you want to do that?" "No, ma'am, you can lean on that car all you want."
I'm not sure what it says about a place with every time you go, you feel the need to become intoxicated.
I
does
do.
that make it a really great place, or is it that bad you need to get drunk?
No, it actually is a really great location.
It
I mean,
is.
you're right there. You're
The
you
energy.
yeah, the
Yeah, it's a
energy.
good energy at the
You
place,
hook
yeah.
it up with a 2-for-1 drink
Yeah, we'll have
deal
again.
that
We'll
like
have that again.
come
Well,
on. You
so
don't find that.
girls, next Sunday, no, 2 Sundays, we will leave here and go to Gold Diggers.
Yeah.
We will have
We
Two
will
to.
do
Sundays.
that. I have to bribe the the valet guys with cash. You know, I'm going in there and I'm looking like this, and I'm like, Sonny, I'm really old and can't walk, so you have to valet me. And my tits are all hanging out, and I'm looking like a retired porn star or something. But it works, so, you know, I work it. Yeah. Otherwise, they won't valet me, and I don't want to walk.
Why
for
wouldn't
100
they
miles.
valet you?
Well, because they say the valet's full.
Ah, you slip them a 20. They'll
I
always
always
park
slip 'em-
you.
You say, hey, you're sweet cheeks. Slip them a little more than a 20.
Oh, they get 10. Fucking A.
No,
They're happy with 10.
I don't mean money.
Oh, slip them a sweet cheek, right?
I would just have them come around to the car and you're just sitting
that's
there.
worth a hell of a lot more than a valet parking spot.
Well, no,
Thompson,
I think
okay?
you just have them, you just surprise them with a squack, like a surprise squack attack. They come
I
around to
can do
get
that.
your keys and you're
Or-
just sitting
or-
there
or-
knees
or-
apart.
Or a nipple slip.
Yeah, oh, shit, my boobie fell out. I'm so sorry about that.
Touch? Or
Oh,
here,
shit,
pat
I'm
me.
caressing it on accident.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta know that what squack attack is at your club
What is that?
It happens all the time, Jacob.
all the
What
time.
is it?
It's when a girl comes in the club and she's not wearing panties and she starts getting it on the dance
And
floor.
as she get low,
and
low,
she's
low,
showing her
low.
squack.
Uh,
So
That's a
we've
squack
been seeing
attack.
a lot of squack attack going on at these clubs.
Yeah.
And we can tell you a few of them as they walk in the door. Ah, squack attack. Squack attack.
Black attack at 2
Guaranteed a vagina shot right
Yeah,
there.
get your camera ready.
o'clock.
Twitter.
Why do you think we sit right next to the dance floor whenever we sit there? We like to sit right next to the dance floor. Then girls are like dancing. We're like, yeah, dance. We encourage them. And they get down low and we're like, look, vagina!
Song is Shorty got low. Because then there's some serious squacking going on. So, wait, you said you had a story you want to tell us. Something happened today to you.
You know, so I always tease my female friends whenever they get that phone call. And the phone call I'm talking about is, you know, some girl calling you up saying, how do you know my name? Right? I always tease my friends whenever they tell me that story. Well, today, I got that phone call for the first time.
How do you know my man?
Like, you got more to tell us.
I like where this story's going.
She loves
Please.
gay stories.
I'm just minding my business in my driveway, and my phone rings, and I see who it is, and I'm really busy, so I don't want to take her phone call. But she keeps calling, so I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll take her call. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, man, this is so-and-so, and I just want to know how you know my girl. Well, actually, my fiance. And I'm like,
This is a female?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, the guy.
The guy. Okay, well, you said she.
The guy called from the girl's
Oh,
phone.
yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Thank
Now,
you.
thank you for
Sometimes you
being
have to
clear.
slow down for she is a little old.
Okay.
Jacob's not far. You know what? He's not far behind me,
I'm
so
really
don't
not.
even try.
Yeah, can you see? Look at
Yeah.
that.
He's
It's
not
sexy
far.
in a guy.
Oh, fuck you.
So yeah, he just kind of went into this thing. We actually had a long conversation, and I know who he's talking about. I met her on the trip, and nothing happened between us. We're truly just like text buddies, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt bad for him. I really did. He got her a ring, and she never wears the ring. It was kind of a weird thing, but
Did you know about him? Did she
I had
tell you
no,
she?
I had
never
no idea
told
that-
you?
I never knew he existed. Never knew.
Wow.
But like it really wouldn't
Yeah,
have
sounds like
mattered
she's engaged to the wrong man.
No, it sounds
He's
like she's
engaged.
He's
He's
engaged.
engaged to the
engaged
wrong
to the wrong girl. She's
Yeah.
a skanky ass hoe.
We don't pull no
Yeah,
punches around here.
she ain't holding back. Next, you're gonna get the call.
I've been in the middle of some serious relationship drama that is not my own, and so I'm just done with jealous people all in general. They're all just a bunch of
Well, I put it
weirdos.
on Facebook, and of course, you know, everyone and their grandmother commented on it, and all of the girls said exactly what you said. Like,
She's a skanky ass hoe.
well, that, and I got a lot of that, and also someone said, you know what, he's your guy. Why don't you ask him?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. So I genuinely felt.
What did you say to the guy?
I just said he wanted to know how we met. You know, if I ever visit, I said, hey, you know, she's way out on the East Coast, and I'm here in Vegas, and no, we just met on a trip.
Did he even know she was at the bash? That's
No,
where it gets
I just
tricky.
thought- Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but are they like were they recently affianced, or did it seem to you like they've
No
been?
idea.
That's crazy.
But he did mention that.
He listens to the show?
A list of
Gentlemen?
She was doing this too, so we
She was
apologize,
texting
but-
buddies.
I
with a
want to
lot
know.
of
I
people.
want to know how she has them listed in her phone. Because ladies, you know that we all list men
No,
by
we should do.
certain attributes.
Let's call her right now.
All right, let's do it. Look
Look
at me. I'm like, let's do it. I'm there. Let's do
I
it.
Listen, we are on air.
I am so done with relationship
Wait, no,
drama.
no. Oh my gosh. I just got excited. Let me call. And when she answers, I'm going to go, how do you know my man?
Oh yeah, like you're.
Were you calling my man earlier today? What were you calling him for?
I want to know why you were on the phone with him for 15 minutes, you slut.
Jacob.
Let's do it.
Jacob
Come on.
is my pocket cock, not yours.
enough of this cock to go around.
Really?
Well,
Really?
I've heard stories that he's very well endowed.
you know, every time I come
We
to
can
you guys
measure
say
it right
that,
here. We can measure it right
I
here.
have something for you, actually. I want to show you.
Is this a picture?
It's just for your eyes only. I did this just for you.
Whoa.
If it doesn't curve like a freeway on-ramp, it's not his.
Is this yours?
Yeah.
Why is there another cock right there?
That's a pillow.
Oh. You have a really nice mole right there on your ass.
You know what's funny? I never noticed that until someone took that photograph.
Do you know what I would do in this thing?
I want to see this picture.
Actually, it's very nice.
Yeah,
It's a
I
nice
was
shot.
impressed.
You
It's
should
just a
be.
butt.
It's his butt.
It's just a butt.
I would lick it. I would lick it.
I would not.
We're not on the air, are we?
Here we are.
My mom.
No, we forgot to
No,
turn
she
it
isn't.
I
on.
told her to listen because Mom.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look, you and Glitz need to get together and start talking to your mothers because you know this show is not mother approved. My own mother doesn't even listen to this
Well,
show.
let me tell you something. Glitz's mom, I seen her at the other club here in town, and she's talking. She goes, "I was doing great listening to your show till y'all started talking about squirting, and then I had to turn it off." She couldn't squawking,
Squawk.
not squawk. That's a duck. Squawk, squawk attack. She says, but when you started talking about squirting, I had to turn it off. I think it was when her daughter talked about squirting that she had to turn it off.
Yeah, most mothers don't want to know how their daughters ejaculate upon their
Oh,
friends.
hell no. Please. My mother's 72. No.
Then you could just have a mom like me and be like, what do you do when your boyfriend's got a foot fetish and he just wants to fuck you between your toes? I don't want to hear this.
Oh, my God.
La, la, la.
Now, wait a minute. Is that this current boyfriend?
That is a very recent
Oh,
conversation
my
that we've
God.
had.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you can have my mom. You can keep her. Oh. So, Jacob.
Yeah.
Plush is coming back. Are you going to come back regularly after the bash, or?
Yes, after the bash, most definitely. And I was, Katie and I talked about it. We were always so concerned about being, one location. And then, unfortunately,
You've had some great
we've had
locations,
we
too.
had to pop around a little bit. Then we thought, well, actually, that's not a bad thing.
I love when you were on my side of town.
Yeah, so we're gonna try different things. I actually want to. This was her idea a couple of years ago, and I laughed at her. But she said, we should do something out in Henderson. So
Yay!
I
Yeah.
think Henderson would be,
That's
would
where
be
I
a nice
live.
spot. Yeah.
That's where I live. But we're ready for Henderson out there, so
Yeah, we
it's
are.
not so far for me to get home.
I have to tell you a little story.
Short cab ride.
Speaking of Katie,
Mhm.
one of the first times I really spoke with her, I've bumped into her at the clubs and everything and said, hey. But last year at the bash, I was
Drunk?
Oh, toxic.
I was. When you go out to the pool, you have to dump your drink. You couldn't take your drinks out to the pool.
Because you could buy drinks at the
So,
pool.
right. So I was standing there offering as a service to finish people's random drinks.
That's
And
awesome.
Katie had
Everything.
seen me doing it. And so then we had talked about it several other times. She's like, next time I saw her, she's like, you were that girl drinking everyone's drinks in the hallway. And I'm like,
And then
that
she
is
sucks
me.
face. I can't believe you haven't been on the receiving end of a toxic suck face.
don't
No,
think so,
yeah, we
no.
have
She
it.
makes out with
When
everybody.
she's drunk, that's it.
Boys,
Not
girls,
everybody.
trannies.
Tonsil hockey
Hey,
all over
relax
the place,
it,
baby.
relax it. Not everybody, a select few.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe
You should add Jacob to the list.
Yeah, just
Well,
pencil me
next time,
in.
Yeah.
She really likes gay men, though. Can you help her with that? She loves gay porn and tranny porn. This one.
Mm.
Since she started
Now
on
we're
the show,
talking.
she's all over tranny porn.
My tranny partner is in town right now, actually.
Really? Who's
Yeah.
your tranny partner? Somebody
Stu.
we know? Oh, Stu.
Actually, I
If we'd have known that, we'd have had him on the show.
show.
Call him and tell him to get
I-
here by 9.
I actually gave him the address.
Oh, Stu's
He said
always
he's in town.
Yeah,
I said, we have
Stu's-
Jacob
oh.
in here. You should come.
He always threatens to come in, but we just pull him and get him at the events to sit down and talk with us. So you will be at Well Rounded?
Yes.
Coming up?
We'll be there all week.
Me too.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Excited.
I'm not staying at the hotel though.
Why?
The reason I don't is because in all the years that I've been going, I get a room, and by day 3, I'm kind of burnt out of being in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to the pool party and everything, but I wind up going home at
5 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
After breakfast at
something
Maryland.
like that. So now I'm thinking I'm just not gonna do the whole.
But, well, how are you driving home drunk?
Like I said, I'll be going home at 5 in the
Oh, so
morning.
you already sobered up a little bit.
Yeah, you know he's sleeping it off somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
or we're
going home.
I don't. You know what this says? It says I'm a cheap motherfucker and don't need to spend for my own room. I just stay in their room.
No, because he's got to go home and freshen up and powder his penis.
Yes,
Fresh willy.
That's right. Got to have a fresh willy.
Or I was gonna say, or just jump in the pool, but ooh.
Yeah, because that pool is dirtier than anything you've pulled out of a girl.
Oh, that pool in the morning after a pool party late night.
They're skimming it. They have to
Yeah.
skim the surface of it.
Yeah.
Somewhat there was people were like,
Fat
oh,
soup.
the pool, and I said, guys, look, you got 150 people at one time in the water with suntan lotion on and sunscreen. It's
Hand jobs in the
You
corner.
know what it becomes?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that is what happens. But it becomes a sunscreen dip.
Yeah.
You don't need to bring your
Don't
own.
bring your own.
No.
Just do a dip, and you're
It's
good.
one of those where after the first few days, and I always know, do not get my hair in there. I will never
No,
get
I
the grease
never
out
put
of
my
my
hair in.
hair. And so I pull it up, tuck it under a hat, and I'm like, whatever I do,
Well, you
do
know,
not let my hair touch the water.
when the bash was at Sam's Town, their pool's not real big. Like day 2 or 3, they had to drain the pool and refill it because
Well, I
there
think
was
they drained
so
it at the
much
Tuscany once before.
sunblock in that pool. Well, you
Yeah.
figure we have a lot of skin to cover, a lot of chubbiness to cover.
Well,
Like,
it's
yeah, I want to rub it all on.
well, and what I don't understand is unless you're going to sit out in the sun, if you're going to be a pool bobbing, like the girls will just bob
Well,
around
I'm
in
a
the
bobber.
pool,
I'm a
right?
bobber, yeah.
You only need to put sunscreen on your arms, tits,
Yeah,
and
true.
face.
From the waist up, yeah.
From the waist
That's all I
down.
do. I
Me
do my
too.
back.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I never thought
And
of
all
that.
up
Oh yeah, I
here.
do the same thing. I don't put it on my legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
you're
just
only
don't put any
covering
on. I
if
breathe the sun and get
a
tan.
fat girl with suntan lotion on. If she's just going to do the pool bob and sunscreen block, then she's only putting on as much sunscreen as a normal sized person is.
That's true. But if you're swimming, then you got it all over.
No.
So, and there's a lot of divers in there. There's a lot of floaters.
Oh, okay,
Floaties.
now.
No, not that kind of
No,
floaters.
Floaters like people floating on floaties. You dirty bitch.
Although there are
dirty
often
glitch.
bobbers, floaters in the pool.
Oh my
I like
god.
that dress, by the way.
I have
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah,
It's hot.
I
Yeah,
like
it's hot.
I have accidentally come up upon a corner hand job before at a bash.
Have
yeah,
you?
me too.
It
Were you on the giving or receiving end, or it
No,
just-
I was on the
was
passing
there?
I
by.
found one in a corner at a table late night in the back of the banquet room.
Woo!
Yeah. Under the table. Jake's like, I'm in the wrong place. Hang with us.
I gotta
buddy.
tell you, semi-public fiddling is really hot. When no one else knows it's happening, that's when you're really
Hey, when are
hot.
you going to sponsor the first annual scooter races?
This year.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I want to win.
No,
That's what
wait.
we need to
I
do,
want
clear
to
up-
win. Can
Here's
I
the
use
thing.
my scooter?
No, we need to clear out the banquet hall. No tables, no chairs. Set up like 4 lanes and have heats.
Oh my
And
god,
then-
how awesome would that be?
That would be so
Like an
fucking
obstacle course.
awesome. Yeah.
You all could drink and like, have a little test, like, drinking and driving kind of thing. But here's what I want to do, actually. I like on the first day when the truck pulls up, drops off all the scooters, and they're all just out there in the front. I'm bringing planking back this year. I'm going to plank on every one of them. And I may even owl. I don't even know. I may even just owl.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the purpose?
You know what owling is, right?
No. Tell me.
That's when you kind of just,
You squat, right?
Yeah.
Like an owl, like a perched owl.
you kind of,
So you just want to sit on everybody's scooter just because?
you do like this, like an owl.
Okay, so why you want to do that on everybody's? Oh, you're going to get on them and ride them like that?
No,
Like a
he's
fart
just
on
gonna
anything. I just
perch.
wanna-
He's just gonna perch on them.
He likes
That's
to,
what
he
it
always
is.
asks me if he could ride my scooter.
It might
And then
be-
if she doesn't say, yes, I can, I steal it.
Well, and then I should trade him. All right. Let's trade services for my scooter, Jacob.
What do I have that you want?
No.
A
What
cock?
do I have that you want? Cock is
An
easy.
ass.
Cock is easy.
You
to
have
get.
the ass, he has the penis. Together they make magic.
Magic.
It would be
Magic.
magic.
Together they make magic.
That's right.
The problem is, see, if Jacob and I hooked up, we would definitely have to come on the show and talk about it, and we're not kiss and tellers.
You could tell.
You're not?
What if you weren't good?
Trust me, girl, he is. I've heard
I mean,
stories.
I'm just asking.
I think it would. I think you would lie.
So you think I would lie?
You'd make it up. You would say he is amazing.
Okay. Maybe I'd lie and say, "Oh God, girls, don't go there,"
You're right.
because I want to keep it for myself. Maybe say, and I'd be the only girl that would fuck you anymore because I make up such bad stories.
All right, we officially cannot have sex.
But I want you to have sex with all my friends, Jacob.
Oh.
Oh, that's because she wants to hear about
Yeah.
I do. I want to hear about it.
All right, if you've had sex with
Sliding
Jacob,
off
please
my
call
chair.
up.
Yeah. Here's our number.
know-
If you've had sex with Jacob and you'd like to tell us about it.
The
Oh, yeah, the phone lines are lighting up.
all 12 lines are full, and people are telling us that they're getting a dial tone.
Let's narrow it down. Just in the last month.
Jacob is directly responsible for my fabulous relationship.
Really? Tell us that
Yeah.
Yes,
story.
I want to hear.
Oh, you don't even know that you're directly.
Callie Guy and I met at the first Bash pre-party that Plush did. It was our first remote broadcast. It was like your 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And I met Callie Guy there, and then we lost connection, as everyone remembers from the story. And 3 months later, we were at another Plush party at the Alexis Park, and he showed up, and it's been fabulous ever since.
Aww.
So-
So if
Aw.
you do, yeah, see how you are. You
Jacob
put
brings
together.
love to
Can you
people's
put a
lives.
Love.
sugar daddy?
I can.
All right, I would like a sugar daddy.
I'd like a sugar daddy too, please.
No,
Hold
you
on.
don't count.
And what do you want, little girl?
You want a tranny man?
I'd like my very
know what we
own.
need to- I tell you what we need to do a show. Las Vegas Lounge.
Well, get us in.
Mm.
I will text you tomorrow. Tell me how to get in.
Mhm.
You know I'm on a text message. I'll text you in about a minute.
And where's your
Have you
pad?
ever been to the
But
dispensary?
you know what? Toxie does
that's
Toxie
nice
does cards just like me, 3x5.
When we were prepping for that party and you pulled out that notepad and wrote all these notes down and then handed them out to everyone, I thought, this bitch got her shit together.
You want to hire me to be your secretary?
Secretary.
You'd be a good secretary.
She will make sure none of them ever meet. And your appointments
I
you
can
never
keep
cross.
Yeah, yeah. Now that you're free and single, I will make sure your appointment book is kept good. When you're running late, look it. You're taking
in
a
a
little
business
long. Did you
meeting.
not take your Viagra today? Because you got another appointment in an hour.
Right.
Get on it, buddy. So-
Sounds more like a pimp than a secretary.
No. I just make him stay on track. You know, if he takes too long at one house, he ain't making it to the next girl.
Well, isn't that kind of what a pimp does? Bitch, get off your back and get on your knees?
Maybe, maybe.
Oh.
So you have, on August the 10th, I guess, Jacob is going to open his wonderful flat to us again.
Yeah.
So that was a wild party last year. So let me ask you, are we having dancers? What are we having this time?
Last year we had go-go dancers, we had a DJ.
We had SinCityBounty Punch.
Yes, we
We
did.
did have our own punch. Yes, it was great.
That
We
was
had
the
a DJ,
gnarliest
a tattoo
punch.
artist,
Massage,
a makeup artist,
massage is going on.
The only thing I got out of that whole deal was a tattoo and a headache. I didn't get the massage.
We didn't have time massage. We were
I know.
You're on the air
broadcasting.
all the time.
No, we gotta
So
change.
we're gonna do
we
the
gotta
same
fix
thing.
that.
We're gonna do the same thing. We'll have the same
We're gonna
players.
call it an August birthday party, though, right?
Yeah, but we need to add some more things. So.
Oh,
We
we're
should
gonna add
have
more.
We should have a waxer.
You need a
I
fire.
want to do a
That's a great
waxer
idea.
on air.
They want to get their bikini line or
Okay.
their
On air.
Brazilian
Can-
on air.
You
Okay,
and your
perfect.
tranny friend, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tyra
me and
and I
Tyra.
are going to
So we'll
do
tell
it together.
Tyra to be there. They both want to do. Actually, we could do it on air. They want to be zipped on air.
And I want to take shots of the both of them on their knees with their cheeks spread, assholes to the air. I want a shot of them side by side
And
like
we're gonna
that.
talk to them on air while they're having it done. We can't show
That'd be
it, but
great.
we can talk to them.
Yeah, we can. We can
So,
definitely talk to them.
So yeah, so set that up, please.
Toxie, you and I will have to get together and
Find the
We'll have to work that out.
Find the waxer.
yes.
That'll be awesome.
I'll get a
We
hold
may-
of Miss Tyra and tell her to leave August 10th open.
That's a whole
Okay.
show right there.
I'm gonna,
Oh,
you know what?
yes.
I'm gonna get Ryan, the board operator from next door, to tell me who did his waxing because
maybe we can get him
yeah,
there.
maybe we can get.
I need
there.
somebody who is experienced in fat people because I do not want her to get back there and go like, "Well, this is way too much skin." This is
Just
like the
like
work
that.
of
Whoa, wait a minute.
like, that's
You
like
didn't
3
say this would
asses
happen.
together. This can't happen. I'm charging
Who
triple.
the hell has a vagina this big?
Oh wow, wow. That will be like what you're right. That's like its own show.
It is.
Yeah, we're gonna do that and do the. It's so much fun. Toxie wasn't with us when we did the loft party last
You know what?
time.
That's great. We need to do a second show this year where you just have everybody in your living room lined up to get a full bikini wax done in the middle of your living room.
Maybe that's the party then. We have a
Do
DJ and then someone doing waxing.
And waxing.
That's
Well,
it.
we know it's August 10th, so
Yes.
we'll work out the particulars
Mhm.
of them. So this could be wild here. Kind of wild.
I hope so.
I know. That's why you have us all over there. Get us all drunk.
Get a wild
Start
hair
talking
off your ass.
Shit on the radio.
Literally.
Get a wild hair off your ass.
That's the name of the party. Get a wild hair off your ass.
Oh, that's funny.
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
We need to come up with a couple of fun things that we didn't do last time. Yeah, we did the wobble in Jacob's living room. Oh, there was a whole bunch of fat chicks wobbling.
It's a really good thing that you have
good
nobody actually living underneath you.
It's your garage underneath your living room. That's a good thing because
Yeah.
we were shaking the house down with all them fat chicks wobbling.
Oh, my
I was a little worried.
But it was a great time.
Right.
Like, super good time.
All right, let's take a phone call.
They're talking about you. No, we want to talk back about Plush. So
Sure.
we're going to be back at Gold Diggers on the 13th.
Gold Diggers on the 13th.
And so what do we already have something planned for August? A party?
Don't have anything planned for August officially yet, but we're definitely going to be going back to our regular rotation, which is going to be the second Saturday of each month.
Now, you did some talk about doing something for the LBGT community.
Yep.
Is that still in the works?
That is still in the works. In
You know,
fact,
we have a lot of tranny friends at the
Yeah.
show here.
I wanted to do something actually at the lounge, at the Las Vegas Lounge. I'd spoken with them, and they were all up for it. They actually do an event. I think it's like First Friday or something like that. I don't know. I'll find out. But they do it on Fridays, or they do a whole pageant kind of thing.
Right.
So they thought that would be kind of a cool thing to kind of do it all together.
Drag queens.
Yes,
Are you
yeah.
getting us in there to broadcast,
Yeah,
Jacob?
yeah,
Oh, God, we would be so,
Aw.
like my pussy's getting wet thinking about it.
I love drag queens.
Me too, and I love I'm such a tranny nanny. That's what they call me, the tranny nanny. All the girls that come in here, they love us. I was looking at some Tyra Scott porn this week.
Isn't hers? I mean,
Her-
just the hottest.
She's very pretty. She's been on the show several times, and she loves us. And then you see her, like, to me, there's no doubt about it that this is a woman. You know,
Mhm.
we talk. She'll text me and, "Oh, girlfriend, I'm cooking this dinner. How would you make this?" and stuff like that. But then you go see her porn, you see beautiful blonde Tyra, and then you go, "Oh, there's a penis."
She has an erection.
Hey, you guys, I reached out to Chance Armstrong. So
Oh,
this
yeah?
is Sweet Cheeks. And now Chance Armstrong is a female to male.
I would
transgender.
suck her little lady cock.
I want to.
Yes.
His little lady
I
cock.
said to him, yeah, this is Sweet Cheeks. I do a radio show because I want to film with them too. So I said, can you please get in touch with me? So I haven't heard anything back. If I don't, then I'll go through my friend Michelle Austin because she's got up close and personal with him. But I want to just do this guy. Like I would love to do like Chaz Bono.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. And see, because of the hormones, their clit becomes like little penises. So I'm like, so
Did
do
not
you
know
suck
that.
it like a dick, or do you lick it like a clit?
Yes.
Both.
All of the above.
All of the above. That's what I figured.
This is my friend's brother-in-law,
This guy's hot. Oh,
Yeah.
this is the friend that you got in trouble with?
and that's him.
Friend?
That's
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah. so.
See, I love the trannies. God.
We got to take a break.
And on that note,
Okay, you have been listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City, where we are tranny friendly and we are even Jacob Palmer friendly. He'll be right back.